Shalom. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is Thamayim in Atlanta, and today we're going to go into how the U.S. just deployed troops over to the Strait of Hormuz to deter the Iranians from seizing ships and deterring other ships from traveling through commercially. And so this article just came out today, August 8th. It's through UPI News, and it says thousands of Marines and additional U.S. warships have arrived in the Middle East as the American military boosts its presence to counter Iranian aggression in the Strait of Hormuz. And Iran has been seizing ships there for the last few months, at least 6 months. I've been seeing different articles about it. So this has been going on for a while. And then they had actually been doing this. They've done this previously over the last few years as well. It says the more than 3,000 U.S. sailors and Marines arrived in the Middle East on Sunday aboard the amphibious assault ship USS Bataan and dock landing ship USS Carter Hall, U.S. Naval Forces Central Command said Monday. The personnel and equipment of the Bataan Amphibious Ready Group and the 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit deployed to the Middle East under orders of U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, in what the Pentagon last month said was a demonstration of commitment to ensuring freedom of navigation and deterring Iranian destabilization activities in the region. And that's so hypocritical considering the U.S. or Babylon, through their CIA, has been destabilizing nations and setting up puppet leaders for decades. It's been ongoing and ongoing. They are the ultimate hypocrite. But they are the hammer of the earth, so they do think they have this right to boss and control all of the other nations and what they're doing. It says more than 3,000 sailors and Marines of the Bataan Amphibious Ready Group and the 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit arrived in the Middle East August 6th as part of a pre-announced Department of Defense deployment. And so you can see these amphibious ships, with which amphibious means it could go on both land and water. It says, let's get down. It says Pentagon Press Secretary Brigadier General Pat Ryder told reporters in a press conference Monday that the United States is coordinating its military presence with regional partners as they work as a broader coalition to control commercial shipping lanes. The deployment was made following recent destabilizing activities committed by Iran in the Gulf that have required intervention by the United States and ally militaries. Most notably, in April, Iran's Navy successfully captured a Marshall Islands flagged oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman. In June, the U.S. and British navies responded to a distress call from a merchant ship transiting the Strait of Hormuz that came under harassment from 3 Iranian fast attack boats. And earlier last month, the U.S. military said it thwarted 2 attempts by the Iranian Navy to seize commercial tankers near Oman. In the last 2 years, Iran has attacked, seized, or attempted to seize nearly 20 internationally flagged merchant vessels within U.S. Central Command's area of operations, the U.S. Military Command said last month, describing the instances as a clear threat to regional maritime security and the global economy. The deployment was also ordered last month, a week after the USS Thomas Hudner and F-35 and F-16 fighter jets were ordered to deploy to the Persian Gulf to counter Iranian attempts to seize oil tankers. In May, the military increased its rotation of U.S. warships and airplane patrolling the Strait of Hormuz. The increased military presence is to aid regional partners in keeping the economic shipping lanes open, Ryder said. That's why we've deployed these additional assets to give us additional options to speed up timelines and, again, broadly, to ensure stability, he said. Man, there's some typos in this article. But, nonetheless, this is all increasing into this grand World War III that is coming when the nations meet in the valley of Jehoshaphat, also known as Jehoshaphat, the Lord's judgment, where he's going to judge all of these nations. And Iran is known as Persia within the scriptures. And it's one of those nations that will be joined unto Russia to fight against America and the land of Israel, or Babylon and the land of Israel. And so we're going to get right into the scriptures. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 21. It says, "Go up against the land of Merathaim, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pakad. Waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and do according to all that I have commanded thee." And it says, go up against the land of Merathaim, and that's just another name for Babylon. Merathaim means double rebellion, and the name America comes from Amerigo Vespucci. I believe he was an Italian, and his Amerigo means bitter, which you see down here under the Strong's definitions. It says double bitterness, epithet of Babylon. It's another name for Babylon. And so our captivity here within Babylon the Great, or Mystery Babylon, the United States, has been very bitter for the Israelites. It's been our worst captivity of all time, with the Israelites being the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And also that the other meaning of double rebellion shows that it is this place. It rebels in every possible way that it can against the Lord, from telling people that the laws, statutes, and commandments are done away with, to putting this whole different doctrine on top of the Bible, and basically telling people that they can do what they will, and the Lord will forgive them for anything that they possibly do. And so you see the output of that right now. You see how the women are acting. You see how the alphabets are acting, and even outside at all. You see various practice that are all in rebellion to the Lord. And then when they come back, when Yahushua returns, they're going to commit the ultimate act of rebellion and actually try to fight against the Lord. So that name, Merathaim, fits perfectly. Double rebellion, double bitterness, fits perfectly on America, or Mystery Babylon. It says, and against the inhabitants of Pakad. So let's get that one too. It means visitation. And this is the place of the Lord's visitation. It also means punishment. It says a symbolic name for Babylon, Pakad. And the people that inhabit and rule Babylon the Great, Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white people, they are the people of the Lord's curse to judgment. So it goes perfectly with punishment as well. It says, waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord Yahweh, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. It says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. And the U.S. deploying troops over there to the Strait of Hormuz shows that that sound of battle is in the land. And at the end of it is absolute destruction. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? Babylon the Great, America being that hammer of the whole earth. Look at them, they're all the way on the other side of the world trying to police it. It shows that they're being the hammer of the earth. They're being violent. You use hammers violent. You crash down onto whichever object that you're hitting, whether it be a nail or trying to, bash something through. It's a violent motion. And America has ruled in violence all over the world. I think it's in Habakkuk, the second chapter, even says, he never keepeth at home. These Edomites are always out in somebody else's country, trying to control them, trying to steal their resources, trying to steal their land, and even heritage. They're always somewhere that they need not be. It's hard to argue who else the hammer of the earth could be. And you consider NATO and the UN, whenever there's a problem, they send out their hammer, the U.S. Army, to go, in their Marines and all of the military forces to go fix that problem with their big old tool, that being the hammer of the earth. It says, how has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Because someone so powerful going down, it's going to leave some questions in people's minds. It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And they go against everything that the Lord has said. They hold the Bible, but literally go against every single law, statute, and commandment. They try to change everything. They try to change what marriage is. They try to change what women are, to where people can't even define what a woman is nowadays. They change the earth. They pollute the earth. They change the food, giving us GMOs. They change literally everything. And they're going to try to fight the Lord when he returns. Verse 25, the Lord Yahweh hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. These being the ICBMs. He's pulling out all the big guns. It says, for this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. And the Chaldeans also relate to Babylon. They were like witches and warlocks back then, which America practices a lot of witchcraft and enchantments a lot through the media and entertainment. Most of these people are in a trance or under an enchantment, and they have no idea what's going on. So it's come against her from the utmost border, so from the furthest parts of the world. Open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. And the ICBMs that will eventually be launched onto America and the land of Israel, the ones here in America will destroy all of America, every bit of it. No one will inhabit it again. It's going to be overkill because Esau's done too much. It says, slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, woe meaning destruction, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. And we saw that word Pakad earlier, the inhabitants of Pakad. And it's down here at 27, the time of their visitation. So it's going to be double bitterness, double destruction to them, double straits, because they are not going to get their necks out of this one, out of this big war that's coming, and the return of Yahushua. But just going into something else that's leading up to that great day, to that great war, and Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.